What if I can tell you all this crazy news in the market right now about US and Canadian tariffs meant good news for real estate affordability in Toronto and the GTA? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down a recent Globe and Mail article where it talks about the US trade war right now, along with what's happening with tariffs and potential positive impacts it might have for new buyers in this market. Hi, my name is Pritesh Parekh, and I lead a Toronto-based real estate team helping buyers and sellers in Toronto and the GTA. If you want to chat with me about potential opportunities in the market right now, click the link in the description below to easily book a 15-minute call with me where we can talk about it. Also, please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this that help buyers and sellers in Toronto and the GTA make sense of what's going on in the market. So there have been a lot of different articles and news stories right now going on about what's happening with tariffs and what are going to be the different impacts to different segments of the market, different people, different groups, different jobs, etc. Today, I'm going to go through specifically one Globe and Mail article that talks about the different potential impacts for homebuyers. This Globe and Mail article, titled "Tariffs and the Spring Housing Market, Hard on Boomers, Helpful for Young Buyers," is going to go through how this tariff war might help some new young buyers, but at the same time, might not be the best news for boomers right now. With a trade war at hand, housing affordability seems like a lower tier economic problem, but the high cost of housing relative to income grinds away on aspiring young buyers, tariffs or no tariffs. A generation is starting to lose faith in Canada as a place to live and prosper. So, I'm sure you can probably name at least one or two friends or family that have been thinking about or already have left the province or country based on the affordability challenges here right now. I know I can for sure. A recent housing affordability bulletin says that things are looking a little bit more positive, but at the same time, it remains an issue for Canadians right now. Politicians do make some promises about making it easier to build and helping the supply problem, but I don't know if that's going to be quick enough to solve the problems that are happening in the market. In this article, it says, as strange as it sounds, maybe a trade war can help. The article continues to say, make no mistake, a trade war would damage the personal finances of many people through layoffs, loss of income, job uncertainty, higher food costs, and short-term declines in the value of their investments. Stagnant or lower home prices are also a likely outcome, which is bad news for boomers who want to downsize, but potentially good news for young people who feel shut out of the housing market. So this article is going to specifically go through three different aspects, which is borrowing costs, prices, and incomes. The impact of this United States and Canada tariff war right now is potentially already putting some downward pressure on the mortgage rates. If a trade war flares up, even lower rates are likely for both fixed and variable loans. It seems like they're going to talk about that the pressure on lower mortgage rates might be a potential positive for any people who are thinking about buying right now. Without a trade war, we could be at or very near the bottom for rates already. So in this paragraph over here, the article is saying that assuming that there was no tariff or trade war conversation in play right now, we already were at or close to the bottom of where interest rates would be going down. Home prices have just slowly started the uptick, or at least been at that inflection point where prices may start to go up here, but that may or may not be impacted with the trade war right now. So this next sentence is actually very important. It says, if home prices remain flat or decline, lower mortgage rates would improve affordability in a meaningful way. The reason this sentence is so important is that if mortgage rates go down, that's great news. However, if home prices go up at the exact same time, it doesn't really help affordability since your monthly payments remain the same. So I think one of the most important points in this entire article is this sentence here. And it says, a trade war gives us both lower mortgage rates and the potential for lower prices. So let's break that down a little bit. A trade war gives us lower mortgage rates. Well, why would that be the case? Number one, a trade war means that there might be higher costs for businesses in order for them to operate in our country. And if their costs go up, that reduces their economic activity. And if economic activity declines, the Bank of Canada might be inclined to lower rates in order to get businesses to continue spending. And if those rates go down to impact more spending on businesses, mortgage rates are connected back to that same rate, and that would mean that mortgage rates also go down. The second way that this might impact lower mortgage rates is that if there is a lot of uncertainty in the market due to this trade war, it means that people start to put money in safer places, such as bond investments. And if there's more money going into bonds, then the yield on the bond rate goes down. And again, that ties back to mortgage rates, meaning that the interest on a mortgage rate would need to go down as well. The important thing, as we talked about within this article, is that lower rates alone would not be helpful, but only if home prices continue to stay flat or go down. Otherwise, the affordability conversation is not really there. But if you're a new buyer and prices go down in the short term and you have a long-term view on holding a real estate asset, then you might be able to take advantage of this uncertain market right now to buy a property and then hold on to it for a longer period of time. Even though this tariff war is a negative thing overall for our economy, there may be a little beam of light for potential buyers to take advantage. If you want to talk more about the current economic market and how it might impact you as a potential buyer or seller, feel free to click the link below to book a 15-minute call with me and we can chat about how there might be opportunities for you as a buyer or a seller in the GTA. Again, if you like this video and you found it helpful, please subscribe and I'll continue to share more videos like this.